Hey there, superstar. I'm back with Katie Gutierrez. She is a badass interior designer, a businesswoman, and an interior design mentor, which is a company, a business that I helped her launch a few years ago. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the lessons she's learned along the way of launching her first retreat business, her big back end. We're going to dive into what she learned and how she's doing now. Got 4 people enrolled into your first retreat.
Yeah.
What did you do with them? And what was the objective of this retreat?
Yeah. So remember I said that I sold it first.
Yeah.
So I didn't already have the retreat figured out.
Okay.
And what I did was to create the retreat was I was finding the questions that they were asking me. And I'm like, yeah, we cover that in the retreat. So I collected all their questions, all their pain points.
Okay.
And I sort of made them into an outline.
Okay.
And I was
now, you were doing this virtually because this was during COVID, right?
Yeah.
Your very first retreat was right at the beginning of COVID,
yes.
wasn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was doing it virtually, and then I've been doing it virtually ever since. So
You've never done it in person?
Never. My whole entire program exists completely virtual.
So does that mean people are attending 3 days online?
Yep.
Wow.
And they love it.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, you keep it interesting and fun. Is that 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? Like, what does that look like?
So the way I work is I like to do a workout in the morning. So I don't start my virtual retreat until 10 a.m., which is a comfortable enough time for me to do my exercise, shower, get dressed, and be comfortably and swimmingly easy at the computer, ready to go.
Look at how she's putting her own energy first, knowing that when you're energy rich, then you transmit that to your client.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Okay.
And then it ends at 5 because I'm dedicated to being home every day with my son and my husband. But particularly, my husband understands, but I'm particularly dedicated to having family dinners with my son every night. So I end my retreat at 5 so that I'm home in time for dinner every single day.
Beautiful. Okay, so what happened at that first retreat? What was the objective of it? Strategically speaking.
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, one of the things that you teach that I love is to have a problem solution path so that you're always bringing your client or your mentee from a problem into you as the solution, creates a new problem, you as the solution, and that continues. So what I did was I collected all their pain points and all their problems, and I created an outline for the immersion, the 3-day course, to cover all of those questions and problems. Okay. What I ultimately found was that actually designers tend to fall into the same category of problems.
Okay.
So it actually turned out to be a pretty solid way to go about that, right?
Yeah. So that's one of the beauties of focusing on a narrow target audience. Because usually they have certain problems and you can address it, and then you can get really good at addressing them, and you have excellence, right? As opposed to having a really broad retreat for everybody and anybody.
Yes. And that's why my retreats are so successful, and then why my retention sign-up rate into my long-term program is so high.
Yeah.
Is because I've so tailored into their particular needs.
So at the retreat, the objective is that solution, which is to nail down a differentiator, your unique design differentiator, and to figure out how they're going to put that into every aspect of their business and their marketing. Right. And then what's the call to action, or what that first time, how did you launch? What was the next thing that you were launching?
So again, I was selling it first, not having yet created the community or the long-term program at all, not having ever done it in my entire life at all, ever. What I was doing is selling it first, like I mentioned. And so what I did was I rode the wave of energy, of high, that the people were riding in the immersion. Like they were on this energy of like, we can do this, let's do this, this is amazing, and we're learning so much. And I was like, okay, you feel that? You want that long? You want to keep going?
You want to keep
going, and I had 100% conversion rate with that first immersion of people saying, yes, I want this high energy long term.
Which they didn't even know what was in it.
Because I didn't even know what was in it.
Katie called me the night before.
Yes.
Right? Your retreat. And she's like, I don't know what's in my program. I was like, sell it anyway.
Right.
Sell them on your vision. Like, what's the vision? She said, well, I'm going to be their cheerleader for a year. I remember you said that. I was like, that's enough.
Yep.
If they love you this much and you're getting this much out of one 3-day event, just tell them to imagine what it would be like to work together for a whole year. And that's what you did.
That is literally what I did.
That's it. Plus you named it. What did you name it?
Design family.
Okay, so she named it her design family, and she let them know the vision without any of the details. You didn't tell them, we're going to have a call every week. We're going to do this. You're going to come back to the immersion. You didn't have any of that figured out.
No.
You just said, enroll, and I'll figure it out, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yes.
All 4 of them.
All of them.
Wow, that's incredible.
Which I think is a really big proof point to sell vision, because people will buy vision, they won't buy phone calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it happened for me by default because I didn't have a
Right.
structure of phone calls, so I had nothing else but vision.
Right.
And so as it turns out, like selling the vision is the way to go.
Yeah,
And
it
the
is.
conversion rate is really, really high when selling vision.
And I'll just make the caveat, and you need to really be committed to that vision. Yes. Like, it goes without saying, because I know how you are, but everybody here on YouTube, there are so many charlatans in this industry. There are so many people that are selling, without ethics. They're selling a dream or a promise that they can't necessarily deliver. She wasn't doing that. She wasn't selling the vision of, you're going to triple your revenue. You're going to have $1 million business. She was selling the vision of, we're going to create this family. I'm going to lead it. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be your cheerleader over the next year. And imagine what's possible with that.
Yeah, and I would love to add to that I knew for sure what I could not deliver. I cannot be with somebody and not be a cheerleader for them.
Right.
I know that is a natural thing I do. It's a natural thing about me. So I knew I could not fail or could not deliver on being a cheerleader for somebody.
Right.
So when I said that, I was making a promise I knew I could
keep. Mm-hmm. And a promise that they could see would have a valuable impact on their business.
Exactly.
All right, cool. If you're interested in working with me as a mentor, thank you, Katie, you can learn more at superstaractivator.com/go. I look forward to connecting with you.